Hello everyone. As you can see already, I will talk mostly about arm wrestling and greatest of all times. Why I picked arm wrestling? Well, first of all, no matter what those guys say before the match, in the end, mostly, no matter of result, they will show respect and they will even support other guy in next matches. That is quite impressive. I know, fans should learn from those people about respect. They really do. Now there is other part. Who is greatest of all times for you? And why is he or she greatest of all times? Well, greatest of all times can be your mother, your father, someone that is good as a person, someone that is strong or strongest or smartest, I don't know. Can be all of that or nothing at all from that list. Your greatest of all times does not need to win all the times. If someone is good person, he can be for you greatest of all times. If someone is strongest, he can be greatest of all times. If someone has longest career with a lot of wins, he can be greatest of all times. And I will show you perfect examples for that. You will see it's not all that simple and you just should respect other opinions. No matter win or lose, you should respect them. Always. First of all, I apologize if you don't see on those pictures some people that maybe deserve to be here, but I don't follow that sport for that long time and I just picked some people that I think they deserve to be here. I hope you will respect that. No offense, nothing personal. Okay, let's start, in my opinion, with someone who deserves to be greatest of all times. In this sport, I think that is John Berzeng. Even Devon said that, and I think all those guys, or most of them, will agree with that. You have to realize, besides the sports, you have personal life. Not all people can catch 200 kilograms and live healthy whole life. You know? Someone is not ready to risk all. On the other side, someone will have 100 kilograms or 110 and will dominate all other people for I don't know how many years. And that is what John did. Honestly, for me, that is greatest of all times. Someone who cares about family, own health and sports. If he can balance all that during whole his life on healthy way, he deserves to be greatest of all times. And now about Devon. He is not only most popular person in this sport, he can be considered as greatest of all times also, but on some different ways. First of all, he has family. Yes, we should focus on that. So when you have family, you have to think on several things. You need to be healthy, you need to take care for your family, and you need to balance all that with sport. So he went to 130 kilograms. I will tell you now something. We all know he was best several times. But tell me this right now. Do you know any person, even Levon, that would beat Devon on 130 kilograms? No way. No way. I don't believe there is any person that would beat Devon on same kilograms as he has. I don't believe that. If someone will be able to do it, I'm sure Devon would be sooner or later able to return with win. When you watch his videos, no matter what he says before the match, you will see so much support and respect after the match. I mean, that's incredible, you know. Why is John greatest of all times? Why is Devon also on other ways greatest of all times? On so many ways. Well, tell me, new people that going into that sport, whose videos they are watching, from who they are learning, from all those legends you see, from John, from Devon, from Todd, from Dave, from Michael, from Dennis, from Voivoda, from all those guys, you know. They're not selfish people. They're teaching other guys, other new people that may come, that may beat them, but they're still helping them. You should admire that, you know. And now you would say, but they don't lift most weight. Yes, that's maybe true. But tell me something. I know Devon said he's best what he ever was. Yes, okay. Let's say that's correct, you know. But watch from other angle. Let's say Devon has now 20 years. Let's say John has now 20 years. We know Devon could lift over 70 kilograms before 10 years or something. Do you really think that 20 years old Devon and John would not be able to do even better with those knowledge they have than any other young person right now? You would agree they would probably get even bigger and better than they were right now. And why is that so? Well, simple example. If you're lifting 50 kilograms, let's say that's maximum right now. Why would someone try to lift 100? He would maybe try to lift 60 and he will still be biggest, right? And best. Do you understand what I'm telling you right now? So, you know, what is today best? In 10 years, maybe it will not be the case, you know? It will not be the case. Legacy remains. John is great. Devon is great. Other guys that you see here are also great, you know? You cannot judge on current wins, on what is current biggest, strongest, heaviest. It's not that simple. I hope you understand. If someone shows what he is doing right now, other guy will try to beat that, and it will go on and on and on. It's just like that, you know. You have to respect that. There is so many layers. And what to say about Leon? He is not only great guy, he is great in that sport, and he's pushing limits to the maximum. You know, if all of them would be 20 years old right now, some people have family. They would not risk it. They just ain't. They would not risk it. I know that. Some people would risk, some not. And some would improve on other levels and on other areas to compensate that. You know? Levan is one of those that took that road. Others decided to not take it. Because you never know how long is healthy to have 180 kilograms, you know? You have to respect that and understand that. But hey, they will still be best in this sport. And that's something what you can call impressive. And that's why so many people can be called best of all times in this sport. Now when I discussed something about greatest of all times and about different layers, I reaching point where Levan said nice things, really nice things. In short, he said, you should support, love and hug your idol. No matter what. Those are really nice words. That's actually best advice to any fan in this world. No matter win or loss. If you have your greatest of all times, he will be there. for you, maybe forever, and you should support him. Those are really nice words. He also said there is always someone who can be best. That's best possible way for you and for others, because you will motivate others and you will still try to be on top. If you realize there is always someone that can beat you, you will do your best to be on top. And that's honestly something you should respect. He said that there are two very nice things, not only for him and for Devon, he said that for all. And fans, you should learn something from that guy. Not only from him, but from Devon and all other guys here. Respect. Massive respect. Now let's focus on different layers further. Well, let's combine that with martial arts. Who would be John? You could combine John with Vitaly Klitschko, for example. Or you can combine him with, let's say, Fyodor Emelianenko. 100%. So he would be in boxing like Klitschko, or in martial arts he would be like Fyodor Emelianenko. Because how long they were untouchable. Yes, you would agree it's worth to call them greatest of all times. And now about Devon. With who I would compare him? Well, I would compare him with Muhammad Ali in boxing and with Stipe Miocic in MMA. Why is that? Well, his IQ in this sport is incredible. Probably best ever. No one can deny that. That's quality that Muhammad Ali had, and that's quality that Stipe Miocic had. And still has. And you can only admire such people, You can only admire them. Well, I agree, Devon is not so polite as Stipe Miocic. At least not in front of the match. But after the match, he shows all possible respect to opponents. So yes, he's a great man, He respects own family, he loves own family, he respects this sport, he respects all fans. That's what Stipe Miocic does, man. No matter win or lose, he's a great person. You should admire that. I mean, you would realize we talk here about giants. And who would be Levan? I would say he would be dominant like other brother Klitschko. He had a lot of power, we all know that. And like Ngannou in MMA, pure power. I think you would agree on that. But all about respect. It's impressive how calm and respectful was Ngannou after the match with Stipe. That's what is called respect on both sides, That's what's great about sports. And this is not that violent sport. This is sport where people respect other opponents. And I like that. And Levan even apologized to Devon and his fans. I mean, how big person you have to be to do that. All the respect for doing that. I have one more name that can be called greatest of all times in MMA. That's Mirko Cro Cop Filipovic. For sure, he is one of the favorites for most MMA fans. With very good reason. There is no person in this world that can say, I would beat Cro Cop in his prime and I will not lose. Well, some may say that, but is it really possible? Is it really possible? He's like super tornado, like F5. You never know how that will end and when that will end. He may lose match, but we all know he was magician. He was master of revenges. He never lost revenge. Never. And you can consider prime Mirko in Revenge. And now tell me, with who here you can compare Mirko Cro Cop Filipovic from MMA? Who is so similar to Mirko here? I cannot tell, honestly. I cannot tell. If you're going on brutal power, then we can compare to Mirko maybe Dave, Vojevoda, Todd, Michael, Denis, maybe Gennady. I don't know. It's super hard. But then again, you have so much future in here. You can see Matt, you can see Corey, you can see Alex, you can see Vitaly, you can see Schoolboy and his brother. And Jerry is so powerful person also, you know. There's so many levels where you can be greatest of all times and where you can be called greatest of all times. And for the end, all I can say, you see that picture where Devon holding John's hand. Well, you can beat greatest of all times, but he will still be greatest of all times. Because he is still on top of this division. He is still, after so many years, one of the best in the world. And right now you are best in the world, but you know he deserves to be called greatest of all times still, no matter what. So we have two greatest of all times on that picture, and we have one more greatest of all times, that's Levan. And there is so many greatest of all times here on those pictures on all other possible levels, either right now, either from past, either in future. You know, that's why I said you have to respect all other people, other opinions, because there is so many levels and so many ways to be greatest of all times. Most of those guys that you see here, Devon, John, Todd, Dave, Michael, Matt, Jerry, Corey, Vojevoda, Levan, Vitaly, Denis, Alex, Gennady, Schoolboy and his brother. All those guys here are amazing. Respect them. Show them respect. Not only to them, show respect to all other people in this division, in this sport, and in all other sports. They deserve it. Be great fan, be respectful, be great person. Have fun.